I know, but it's also in my book, but just to go through and read. Okay, just read, browse through for your understanding. Okay? Because after all this identification of parasites, the best part of it, of my talk, is to tell you how to solve your problem without even knowing this. Okay? So, just to enlighten you, parasite, discus parasite, generally, don't talk about other parasites. Generally, they are basically divided into ectoparasite and external parasite, and endoparasite, internal parasites. This is all I have looked through the microscope. Okay? And killed a lot of fish, as I told you. I enjoy it. You have protozoan, you have copepod, okay? You have worms, you have bacteria, you have viruses. Not forgetting, of course, this fungi, a different type of fungi. Fungus, different type of fungus. So next, take a look under the microscope so that you know how it looks like. But you don't have to learn how to treat them. I treat you a very umbrella system that you can kill everything in one go. Okay. First, protozoan. You have common protozoan in fish culture. You have ciliates, okay? Ciliates, flagellates, okay? Like Hesperita and all that, they call it flagellate. You know? You have sporozoan. This one? See, this is ciliates are grouped into, like, this is the common white spot, the itch, you know? Okay? And white spot, one little trick is that it's so easy to be treated by salt. Nothing else, only chemical, salt. But in the market, in the local fish market, fish shop, wow, they tell you use this chemical, use that chemical. I just put salt, okay, already. Because they want to sell their product. Okay? So, salt can solve this problem. Okay? Then, have a look. How they look like, It looks like this, so beautiful, you know? And I have to kill it, so beautiful. It's like planet Earth. Like a moon, our moon. Okay? Next one. Tetrahymena. This doesn't affect discus. Tetrahymena cannot attack discus because the texture of the flesh is too tough for them to eat. But this is the main, well-known called as guppies killer. The mass mortality of guppies is all because of this. To me, I have encountered this before, but in all my production, I tell one philosophy I have: all fish must not die. If in a culture in your farm, if out of 100 guppy or discus, or 1,000 guppy or 1,000 discus, if there's one fish that dies, or one fish dies every day, okay, means that there is a pending issue that you have to solve. Every production from baby, from eggs, okay, even in guppy, which is live bearer, every baby that is born out, okay, must 100% survive to adulthood. That's my profession, that's my ability. Don't tell me. I always like to disturb those Indian breeder and some other country Thailand breeder. I say, your guppy, how's the production? He says, good. And then I say, you breed 100% of guppy, okay, from baby, spawn out 100%, okay, not 100 pieces. 100% means can be 10,000. 100,000. How many pieces survive till adulthood? You know what they tell me? One guy will tell me 70%. Even Sri Lanka will tell me 80%. Sometimes is 90%. Then I say, you are not good. You are not a good reader. You're not professional. Then he says, why? He says, every guppies that is born must 100% must grow up to adulthood. Means your farm is free of problem. That is the only philosophy I have, principle I use in fish culture. Discus, every discus that are born, they are born from egg, sprout from the egg. Every single discus must survive till adulthood. Don't tell me I die 1 or 2 every day, it's okay. Then you are harboring a problem that may explode into undesirable proportion. You may even kill your farm. Okay? Remember this, all discus must grow from zero, from babies, 100% to adulthood. Deformity is excluded. That is because of genetic and all this. So, and then this tetraamina may be a killer to guppies. It's documented in USA 1974 as the guppies killer in the American book. But now scientists have been trying to culture this parasite as a feed for the larvae of food fish larvae, because it's not harmful to the food fish. So it's different species, different harm, See, so nice, so beautiful, And you look at the microscope, in 5 seconds, you see 1 divide 2, then 2 divide 4. Every few seconds, 5 seconds. I don't know what they eat, and they are not eating. I think they absorb water or something, nutrients. So I'm looking through the microscope, and then you see 1, 2, then become 2, then the 2 become 4. So very cute. Actually, that's the love of seeing through microscope. And this is Trichodina, one of the parasites of Discus. And this usually multiplies very fast in recirculation system. That's why I don't always encourage recirculation system unless you have a clean and artificially raised discus. Then you're okay. This one, Chinidolella, one of the parasites, also very crazily expanding its population in poorly managed water. This one is Apiosoma. This is not so bad. This is a plant in the water. When you see your tank dirty, then naturally you dig some of the residue, the side, and you look through the microscope, you see they all growing. This can move. This joker can move. It's a plant, but it can move. Go see, then you go to a point of the wall. It stop, it anchor to suck to the wall, and then it grow out its tentacles. Then it become a plant. Then goes, then eat whatever rubbish they pass by. Come this one. Okay, more to show you. Don't sleep first, just enjoy the pictures. Don't ask questions. Okay. This is the Discus sicca. This one, this is all caused by flagellate, the lateral line and all this. Don't worry about this, just look. And then furthermore, end of the month, maybe in the middle of the month or end of this month, you can request for Anil for a video. You can download a video. So you can also look at the whole everything. But just remember what I said, then refer to the pictures. Okay? This video also got my talking, my nonsense inside. So you all still can listen. I'm more like Abeng talking, you know. I'm not the professional, wear tie, ladies and gentlemen. This is no. So if you all really don't like my style, please, the door is there. Go. Okay? So this is Monomonas. So a lot of you are mistaken flagellate, hexamita. You see this cute little guy? He's actually very fat. He's clumsy. But a lot of European books says that, oh, your fish, some doctor will say your fish is affected by hexamita. Then you must use metronidazole. You know? But to be honest, this stupid guy is too clumsy. The actual one that actually affect the discus, the flagellate that affect the discus, is this. Okay, and there's Bonomonas. Wow, this one very fast. I see on the microscope, the screen is very small, right? But this Bonomonas goes shoo like Jack Factor. Then you can assume that it will affect the fish, right? You don't affect people like me, so fat, to affect the fish, right? Because it's too clumsy. No, the one that actually cause problem is Bonomonas, and metronidazole may not work well. Okay, this is the misconception. Trichomonas, and then trypanosoma, and the spiral nucleus. Also, some people blame on this fella. All these jokers are fat people. How to run marathon in the gut of the discus, you know, how to run a marathon, right? So usually it's slim, you know, slim and sexy enemy, they fight better, right? Now army don't recruit me like my size, how to fight, right? Sure must recruit him, he's thin, tough, you know, then he can fight. So the enemy in the discus must be thin and agile and vigilant, you know. Why you blame the fat guy because many of them cannot see the other guys, you know. That means they see the enemy go to the bush, they only see the fat guy standing down there, but the thin guy hiding inside they cannot see. So always blame this guy, which I really very sad. And when you want to treat this fish or want to get rid of this, the proper term is called deflagellate, because these are all flagellate. You don't come and tell me this is called deworm, because it's not a worm, so you don't call it deworm. Dogs you can call deworm because you can see after deworm come out is all worms, round worms and everything. But this is not worm, this is flagellate, so you must use the right term, because deworm use other kind of antibiotic, flubanol or other kind of citrate, bacterial citrate, you know. But this one you use metronidazole, it's a different treatment, and they can't kill that one. Metronidazole can't kill the other flagellates, or cannot kill even worms. So a lot of people use the wrong term, deworm. And not everything is deworm. Worm, you want to kill the worm, so you deworm, right? You flagellate, you want to kill the flagellate, so you deflagellate. But you don't kill a worm and you call it deflagellate. You don't kill a flagellate and you call it deworm. No, wrong term. Okay, let's go. Just to show you, okay, now costia, this is a very common, always taking on the body of the discus, okay, and then suddenly you see white patches. When you don't maintain the water well, it becomes white patches, and then And the water, if the water quality is still bad, then suddenly you can see your patches of skin will drop off. This is usually flagellate. And then it's so easy to cure. How? Use acrylamide. So easy. Acrylamide and salt. And this is gone. Right? But proprietary brand, these are then one bottle $20. No. You can get acrylamide for only a few dollars. One whole tin, over $200 can use you for life. Well, why you go and pay for $20? Can use for you for 2 treatments and it's $20, right? And it may not work. Okay, so just pick up some ideas first. So this is crostia, very common in fishes, especially discus. Okay, this is ordinium, and then this is velvet disease, yellow dust. I mean, you see sparkle of yellow, on the body. This is velvet. Now white spot. White spot is white. Correct now. White spot cannot be purple, right? White, right? So velvet is yellow. Yellow dust, you call it. And how to treat? Go to the fish shop and buy proprietary brand, and then you pay $20, $25 one bottle. Where this velvet can be easily eliminated with salt at 2 ppt. Just put your 2 ppt in salt, okay? And tomorrow, 24 hours later, it's gone. Don't get cheat, don't get con. Okay? Velvet there. This is the velvet. Okay, this one. Okay, just show you fungus. Okay, so many until I sick. Okay, go. A typical water mole. Then this is a gear fungus. It always infects the gears. Okay, phenomyces. This is very very common in cichlids. In some tropical fish which I've seen before. It actually go. Phenomyces, let me show you. This is normal fungus. This one's so easy. Put methylene blue, finish. Right? Why so scared? Just put methylene blue. Just like egg fungus, put methylene blue. Everything come. All this methylene blue cannot. And then methylene blue is not harmful. You can put a lot. And the fish is still okay. Okay, so put methylene blue, and then all the fungus will drop. But you must put to strength. If you just put little 1-2 drop, then better don't put. Okay, better pull it out. It's not going to work. So you put methylene blue until it's pretty dark, and then tomorrow it's gone. Okay. Then you have a typical water mole. This one is inside the water, which is fungus that grows inside water. So if you always change water, it disappears. Okay, this one. It's going to be how many hours? I need to extend. Wow, 2:30. Must charge extra. Another box of mango. 2 boxes, okay. You can see all this one affected here. These are phenomyces. It's a very special, one of the latest, 10 years ago. The latest 10 years ago, where this grows to the fish, it doesn't stay outside the fish, but it penetrates into the first layer of the skin, which is between the dermis and the epidermis. That means the epidermis skin, then the dermis. This fungus grow in between and slowly kill your fish. Even with this fungus, the fish can still reproduce, but mortality every day will be high. Then they go in, then till they reach the brain, and then they kill the brain. Okay? This is a very common one in tropical, not in discus, but in tropical fish. Okay? Next one. Okay, you have worms, you have all this, you have this. You all know that type worm, nematode, my favorite buddy, nematode, okay? Round worm. Okay? We don't have this in discus, but I just show you. You know, people say I'm short of knowledge, I don't have this. This one is not very common in domestic fish. Discus. Okay, go. Is he so nice? Is he so handsome? Got eye even, but they are not eyes, eye spot. There, this is homogeneous one. There, the gill fruit, body fruit. Okay, body fruit, different, I don't know why so stupid. The worm is also so stupid. They stay in the body, they don't go to the gill. And those stay in the gill don't go to the body. Why? Territory gangster. I occupy this, you occupy that. But why they don't go together? Funny, right? Maybe ask God explain why they create such funny thing. This one, only this one, always found, generally found on the gill. This one, definitely found on the body. And then they are so close family, why they just go to the gill? Maybe because smell, they don't go out. Then this one don't come down because got special smell they like on the gill, they don't want to come out. I don't know why, I can't explain. Serious, it may be a joke, but I just wonder, one discus so small, and then the gill is the gill is only 1 liter part, right? And this choker gill fruit goes to the gill, and the body fruit goes to the body, and they don't go cross each other boundary. Stupid, right? No wonder worms got no brain. Okay, go. This is just to show you I have to include certain things, but this usually don't happen to domestic fish. It happen to only wild fishes. Okay? This one is the life cycle of the worms. Go round, then they go from here, go to the snail, go to animal. Then this one go, this I copy one, I never seen this before, but I have to tell you. Okay? Then this worm. Okay? Trimento. Go. Then worm. Capillaries. Usually you'll find this in wild discus. But this one usually domestic. You can find this in domestic fish, domestic discus, round worm, the very common nematode. Okay? This one is but if you have a good water management, this will be reduced in population, so it doesn't affect your fish. Okay? Last time we were young, also got worms in our backside. So I go to the toilet. Ma! Got worm, come on, hold on. But now I so big. See, it doesn't really affect us, but of course it does retard our growth a bit, If not, I could have been this tall. Okay. Bacteria, okay. Now, they are very common. Water, this Aeromonas species, okay, species a lot, Aeromonas, Hydrophila, and all this exist in all the water body. It can be in the river, it can be in the rain, after collecting in the pond. This is very common, and usually all fishes export has Aeromonas species in the water. Okay? And this is a very opportunistic bacteria. And they are very agile, they are fast. So you give an antibiotic today, Okay? And you underdose, if you underdose, tomorrow, so you bring your fish to another farm, okay, or another customer. Then when the fish gets sick, you treat with the same treatment, it doesn't work. There are opportunities. They're very fast to mutate, you know, and then you be surprised why I can't treat the same chemical, you know, while on the other farm you can create the same chemical. Why this can't? Then you go to the pathologist, they see through the microscope, they found it's the same bacteria. But now it becomes more resistant to the same drug. That means they mutate very fast, and their power, their opportunities. Once the fish get injured, they go, and they change. Every moment you make a mistake, you underdose, they change. They can win over the antibiotic. So that's why there's a policy in Andrew that I never review antibiotic use. And you all should not, even though you can have access to good antibiotic, you all should not review to your friends or your buddy or your buyer or your seller what antibiotic you use. Because if you use whatever antibiotic you use and you tell your friend, oh, this is good, it killed my fish, and he used, and sometimes instead of 2 grams or 1.4 grams, he put 1 teaspoon, quarter spoon, until the fish become resistant. Okay? So this drug will be useless. Okay? In term, it will be useless. Okay? So, okay, this is also very common. Pseudomonas species. This is why you can see some discus usually looks healthy, can breathe, can eat, but then the iris, around the iris there's a jelly tissue, like what do you call this? Swimming foam, you know? The ring that you used to swim, you know, what you call it? Suddenly I forgot.
Wobbles.
Huh?
Wobbles.
No, swimming you use you blow air on the tire, like tire tube. Tire tube. Some discus have tire tube around the eye, you know, like something like goldfish eye, you know. And then everybody try to treat but cannot treat. This is caused by this joker, usually caused by this Pseudomonas species. It's different from Aeromonas. And then Aeromonas will attack, and then you suddenly see your fish got ulcer. One wound, and then with ulcer, one ring of blood surrounding the ulcer outside. That means the edge of the wound, you can see that it's an ulcer with a red bloody ring. That is usually Aeromonas hydrophila. Okay? But this one can stay with the discus for a year, eating healthily, but it affects the head area, it affects the eye, you know. Very hard to treat. This one very hard to treat. Aeromonas is easier. Buddha is fierce. He gangster. I use laser, can kill him. But this joker, no. This joker, hide around the bush. You shoot, or you get hit the trees, but you never hit the enemy, you know. So it's very hard to treat. So better have water maintenance as a solution.